सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। For all of us, including me, the greatest gift God has given us is to come across Vedanta and Guru Parampara. Without this, if I am a multi-billionaire, I am head of a state, country, I got Nobel laureate. So what? All things got in time. You have to leave them. They won't come with you. What are you going to do? See, maximum we remember Sri Rama and Ravana. This is 8,000 years. What is history? Can you say even 8 billion years? No. Nobody can tell time. We don't remember. This is all your achievements worth. Your achievements are worth only this much. But you, who is misleading yourself to be in need of something for your fulfillment, is eternal, is complete. You do not need anything else. All that you see, the past, present, future, they are all your own expressions. Like the variety in the dream are all my expressions. Like the waves and bubbles are expressions of the ocean. There's nothing other than me. Then whom should I fear? Whom should I hug? Whom should I reject? What should I like? What should I not like? But all of us, including me, going through continuous fears, anxieties, agitations, anger, pain, sorrow, etc., etc., etc. That is because this me have identified with the vehicles that are meant to serve me. In fact, according to Mandukya, even the vehicles are your own self, like in the dream. You use a car in the dream, that's also yourself. Your friend, your enemy, all are yourself. Same thing Mandukya says in the waking also. So, the solution to our problems is not gaining something, is not changing things, is to recognize I alone am the reality behind all the apparently changing, unrealistic world. Here, there are two schools. Sri Shankara, because everybody cannot understand Gaudapada, kindly says, you are the real, Brahman is real. If you don't see Brahman, you see the world. That world is Mithya. In reality, every aspect of the world is Brahman only. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo, Brahmaiva, na aparaha. Gaudapada doesn't accept even that compromise. He says, where is the question of not seeing Brahman and misunderstanding? It's all he only. Even the one who misunderstands is he. It's all his play. There is nothing other than that. You are seeing a house, it is real. It is Brahman. You are seeing a buffalo, it's real. It is Brahman. You are seeing cow, it's real. It is Brahman. You are seeing pain, it is Brahman. You are seeing comfort, it is Brahman. You are seeing birth, it is Brahman. You are seeing death, it is Brahman. Then how do I suffer? Even normal things you can't explain. You know, when COVID started, health minister who is supposed to manage the health in France, he got scared of the situation and committed suicide. Health minister. There are several people who got scared and committed suicide in the beginning. One or two committed suicide because of the stigma. Imagine the stigma. Today, neither stigma nor fear. That is why the second wave, third wave, because nobody is afraid. I went only last 14 months, twice, once for vaccine, once for voting. When I went for vaccine, I saw 50% never wore masks. That means they have no fear now. It's accepted. In fact, I heard somebody telling, it's better it comes so that I don't have again to think about that and worry. Let it come and go. So where is this fear? Where is this confidence? It's all in our mind. It's all in our mind. We see business collapsing, economy collapsing. Do you know, we never crossed 9% GDP. Now the government is expecting 10.5%. World Bank says we will cross 12.5%. China, whose GDP was 10%, now it is 18%. Everything is going double or triple because some areas are not working. The software companies are doing so well because everything is online. Pharmaceuticals. hospitals, health, all of them are doing extremely well. So this question of assessing is purely subjective valuation. What is this subject? This subject is not the absolute subject. You have in you 3 dimensions. The one absolute, eternal, blissful, conscious existence, Satchidananda, which you experience in sleep. The other is your relationships with others. Vyavahara, that is called Paramarthika. The next is like a dream, your own imagined, projected personality. If we try to make this imagined personality be conscious of my real nature and then work in the Vyavahara, life will go to its culmination, fulfillment. As long as you accept creation, you cannot escape duality. As long as there is duality, there is comparison. As long as there is comparison, there is sense of inadequacy. As long as there is inadequacy, there is insecurity. As long as there is insecurity, all negative values are born out of that. So the solution for our problems is not doing something, is not accumulating something, is not producing something, is not changing anything. The solution to our problems is knowledge. Today we have knowledge, all knowledge is false. Knowledge about me is false. Knowledge about the world is false. Knowledge about God is false. Knowledge about happiness is false. Knowledge about means is false. How will you find security and happiness? Gita says this, Moghasha, Mogha Karmanaha, Mogha Jnana, Mogha Vichetasaha. Moghasha, vain hopes, vain activities, useless activities, Mogha Karmanaha. False knowledge, Mogha Jnana. With all this, you expect to be peaceful and happy. And that's what Arjuna was. False knowledge, you were shattered. Right knowledge, he says to Krishna at the end, Nasto mohaha sumiter labdha. My delusion is gone. Now I am willing to fight. Karishye vachanam tava. I shall do what you say. Krishna says, it doesn't make a difference to me whether you do or you don't do, because for me no problem is real. Therefore, I have to tell you what is the truth. I told you, now yadechasi tada kuru, you do what you like. This is life. Understand things. Whatever you do is immaterial. Whatever you gain is immaterial. Whatever happens is immaterial. Understand. Everybody understands. Even then we worry, we have fears. What about you, sir? Supposing you ask me, I have more fears than you. I have more worries than you. Then why are you teaching? Because I know the fears, the worries, they're all belonging to my mind. I am not the mind. That knowledge is enough. The fears, the worries, the anxieties are all belonging to my mind. I am not the mind. Whether I say I am God or not, I have no doubt God is with me all the time. I experience fear, sorrow, anxiety, worry because of His presence. When He is there, I recognize Him. Where is fear? Where is anxiety? Where is worry? This is how Vedanta will bless you if you practice every minute asserting the God and negating the changing mind. You don't have to change anything in the world. Change your mind. Make it see the reality. This is called moksha, freedom from false knowledge. So for this, the basis is to recognize that there is no creation at all, because if there is creation, everything else follows. So that is the main aspect Sri Gaudapada takes from Mandukya Upanishad, which itself doesn't make it so explicit. But Gaudapada picks up this aspect and struggles in all the 4 chapters to tell us there is never a creation. 2 things: there is no creation, and what you see as creation is a myth, Vaitatya. Here there is a difference. Sri Shankara says, you see the world, it's mithya only, but it has a relative Vyavaharika dimension, Vyavaharika Satta. Sri Gaudapada doesn't accept that also. He says there is no Vyavahara, there is no Paramartika, there is no Pratibhasika. All are you, you are the God. So what do? I have pain. It's my expression. Joy, my expression. Honor, my expression. Dishonor, my expression. You ask why the world was created. You say it is God's creation. Then you corner. You just now said there is no God, only one. Where is God? Arey, that is because you are imagining yourself to be different and asking how is creation. Since you accepted that, I have to tell you God's creation. Otherwise, there is only one, and that is God, and that is you. It's all over, Mandukya. Shall we close? Because Harsha is afraid that her mobile may go off, Wi-Fi is not working. We have finished the subject. Anyway, I will take the text from the previous verse. The 324. 324. Neha naneti cha amnayadi indro mayabhi ityapi ajayamano bahuda mayaya jayate saha. So this has been said. There is no creation by scriptures. There is no multiplicity in this. Neha nana iti. Also, the scripture says, Indra through Maya creates this world. Indra here is the intellect. Our intellect through the power, its own power, brings out of itself the pluralistic world. And then Ajayamano Bahuda Jayate. The one who has no birth appears differently. Sambhutehe apavadacha sambhavaha pratishidhyate konvenam janayediti karanam pratishidhyate. He is now quoting the scripture. In the first line, he says, since creation is negated, the effect is negated, creation. Since in another Upanishad it says, Konvena janayedit, who can create, make the Lord an effect? Who can cause it to pass into birth? Who can make the Lord Take manifestation. Who can make it? Therefore, cause is removed. In the first line, effect is removed. In the second line, cause is removed. Saeshi neti neti iti vyakyatam nikhnute yatah sarvam agrahya bhavena hetuna ajam prakashate. Because it is taught to us, neti neti, this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman. Why? Because you cannot grasp Brahman through intellect, through the mind, through the senses. You can't grasp. So what they do is, all that is grasped through the senses, the mind, the intellect, are negated. Not this, not this, not this. Then what remains is you, is the God. What remains is you, is God. Hetuna ajam prakashati. Because everything else is removed, because they cannot be grasped, what remains is ajam, the unborn God. Satohi maya janma yujyate natu tattvataha. Tattvato jayate yasya jatam tasya jayate. What is real through maya appears to be the creation, not in reality. If reality, there is ever a creation, then what happens? God has become finite because he has become the changing phenomena. So God himself is subject to change. So the changing God becomes the changing world. How can there be? All changing things should have some origin. That origin cannot be changing. All changing things should have an origin. That origin cannot be changing. Therefore, you cannot accept God has become this universe. Asato maya janma tattvato naiva yujyate vandhyaputro na tattvena maya vapi jayate. Then he says, some people said, what exists through maya appears to be this world. Some other people say there is nothing, and through maya it appears as though there is something. Our Gaudapadaji says, neither through asat nor through sat there is a real world, because Vandhyaputraha, the son of a barren woman, neither in reality nor in imagination is ever there. The son of a barren woman is not there, neither in reality nor in imagination. Similarly, that God who cannot be made to create this world, which is not other than him, neither through Sat nor through Asat, it's created. Yatha swapne dvayabhasam spandate mayaya manaha tatha jagrat dvayabhasam spandate mayaya manaha. Mayaya, through in the inherent power, the mind in dream imagines yatha, just as swapne in dream, dvayabhasam, the appearance of duality, spandate, spins, tatha, similarly, jagrat dvayabhasam, in the waking world also, the mind spins this duality. So it's all the mind. The world is an interpretation of the mind. Good, bad, pain, pain, joy, beautiful, ugly, these are all in the mind.
अद्वयं च द्वयाभासं मनस्वप्नेन संशयः अद्वयं च द्वयाभासं तदा जागरन्न संशयः. The non-dual mind, because mind originally is consciousness. So as consciousness, the mind is non-dual. Also, when it goes to sleep, it's unified. It's non-dual. This non-dual mind in dream throws variety. Same thing in waking also, it throws variety. Manodrishyamidam dvaitam yatkinchit sataracharam manaso hyamani bhavi dvaitam nopalipiti. This dvaitam, this plurality is all seen by the mind. Where the mind is not there, plurality is not there, world is not there. Example, deep sleep. Mind is not there, world is not there. If the world is there when the mind is not there, because consciousness illumines what is there, what is not there, even if the mind is not there, if the world is there, the consciousness that is present in deep sleep will illumine the world to you. The very reason the consciousness in the absence of the mind doesn't see the world is only an experience of the mind. Atma satyanubodena na sankalpayate tada yada amanastam tadayati grahya bhave tadagraham. The mind does not bring forth any more imaginations when you experience the truth, when you gain the truth, pure consciousness, because it's then ceases to see the plurality, and hence there is only non-dual truth. Akalpakamajam jnanam neya bhinnam prachakshate brahma gneyamajam nityam ajena ajam vibhudyate. This knowledge, which is unborn, akalpakam, free from imaginations, jnanam, knowledge, Jnaya binnam prachakshate, not different from the known. The knower is not different from the known. The subject is not different from the object. The world is not different from you. Brahma gneyam ajam nityam ajena ajam vibhudyate. This Brahman, that should be known, is known by itself. Nothing else can know it. Mind cannot know, senses cannot know. It knows itself. How do you know? Total darkness, you are there. Which light is there to show you? Sunlight, moonlight, tube light? There is no light to know that you exist in total darkness. That is the light that reveals itself without the aid of an external light. Nigrhitasya manasaha nirvikalpasya dhimataha pracharaha satu vigneyaha sushupte anyo na tat samaha. The condition in deep sleep is different from the condition in samadhi. Both look alike, because in both mind is not there. In both you don't experience the world. In both there is no plurality, but different. In deep sleep, you do not recognize the presence of objects. In samadhi, you feel the absence of objects. There are no objects. One is born of ignorance, another is born of knowledge. Liyate hi sushupte tan nigruhitam na liyate tadeva nirbhayam brahma jnanalokam samantataha. So in deep sleep, the mind is laya, liyate, laya. There is no nasha. Mano layaha. Mano, na mano nashaha. Mind is only withdrawn in deep sleep. But in samadhi, mano nashaha. There is no mind at all. That is the difference. Ajam, anidram, aswapnam, anamakam, arupakam, sakrud vibhatam, sarvagnam, na upacharaha kathanchana. At that stage of that experience, ajam, unborn, anidram, which is ever awake, aswapnam, no false imaginations, anamakam, which cannot be distinguished by a particular form or name, arupakam, no form, sakrud vibhatam, it shines by itself, sarvagnam, knows everything, na upacharaha katanchana. There are no rituals, there is no question of any formalities at that stage. You are the only one. Who is to worship whom? सर्वाभिलाप विगतः सर्वचिंता समुत्थितः सुप्रशांतः सकृत ज्योतिः समाधिः अचलो अभयः. सर्वाभिलाप विगतः, free from all expressions. सर्वचिंता समुत्थितः, transcending the all thoughts. Suprashantah, absolutely calm. Sakrut Jyotihi, totally of the nature of ever effulgent. Okay. Samadhi, that state of consciousness. Achalaha, motionless. Abhayaha, fearless. Why all this is said now? You listen, Mandukya, I listen. Mandukya, I have understood. It's a beautiful text, you will say. But when it comes to problems, you do not know how to apply. All this is said to make you understand whatever disturbs you, whatever problems are there, they all belong to the mind. You cannot change the mind. Problems will be there. Sorrows will be there. Agitations will be there. But you just say, it is mine. That's all you have to do. How simple is Vedanta? It is mine. I am different from the mind. That is all. Don't say Vedanta is difficult. Don't say it's difficult. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Because to do something is difficult. You are not asked to do anything. You are only asked to accept what is real and detach from what is unreal. And that is said here, grahona tatra na ussargaha chinta yatra na vidyate atma samstham tadagnanam ajati samatam gatam. Grahona yatra, there is no question of any perception, neither rejection of any perception, nor any other thoughts. Atma samstham, established in the self, jnanam ajati samatangatam, that knowledge is alone there, established in the self. There is complete homogeneity. How do I get it? I told you. Now this sloka says, Asparshayogo vayinama durdarshaha sarva yogibihi yogino vibhyati yasmad abhaye bhayadarshanaha. Through Asparsha Yoga. What is Asparsha Yoga? Yoga means to join. Asparsha, not to join. What is this? Strange. Gita says it very clearly. Dukkha samyoga viyogam. You are experiencing dukkha. You are experiencing dukkha because you have associated within experience yourself. You have identified with that. Detach from that. Dukkha, sub dukkha, mind. Samyoga, attaching. Viyoga, detached. Gurudev says, whoever says, tell me the shortest form of Vedanta, attached, detached. So, asparsha, detached. Yoga, attached. Tune yourself to the reality. Detached from the appearances. Asparsha yogo nama durdarshaha, cannot be grasped or seen by the senses. Sarva yogibihi yogino vibhyati. This, the yogis, there is a school of thought who are called yogis. They believe that through yoga they can bring the entire world into their control, their mind into their control. They can get God realization. They are afraid, he says, of this particular simple, easy thing. Asmad abhaye by, and therefore what happens? In that which is abhaya, there is no fearlessness. There is no fear. These yogis see fear and fearlessness. And then these yogis, manaso nigrahayattam yattam abhayam sarva yoginam dukkha chayaha prabodhaschapi achaya shantirevacha. That is akshaya shantirevacha. That is, these yogis gain all that we try to gain through samadhi, through yoga itself. That is destruction of misery, knowledge of the self, and eternal peace. And for that, they say it's difficult, but they give an example. The yogis. Uscheka udadehe yadvat kushagrena yeka binduna manaso nigraha tadvat bhavet apariketataha. That is, there is a story in Mahabharata. A bird laid a few eggs in the seashore. The whales took it inside. The bird came and got angry, and threw a blade of grass, removing one by one drop of the ocean. Garuda was flying above. He saw my species, the bird is struggling. What happened? It inquired and found that the ocean took off the eggs. Then Garuda said, this is the line. Where the eggs are there, ocean should not cross. I believe even today that is true. So because of the faith of the bird, Garuda came to help. So these yogis believe one by one thought we can remove. Gaudapada doesn't say it is not possible, but it says it's very difficult. Why you have to do that? Then how to do it? Upayena nigruhyat vikshiptam kamabhogayoho suprasannam laye cheva yatha kamo layasthatha. By the discipline of the mind, try to discipline the mind, then transcend the mind. That's easier. And then he says here, now he is going to say the, in meditations, samadhi, there are a few abstractions. Laya, vikshepa, and kashaya. Laya, it's blank state, there is relative peace, you start enjoying it. Vikshepa, agitations in the meditation. Kashaya, vasanas coming from outside. Here he says, by trying to control the laya through the intellect and the vikshepa also, and then be conscious of the kashaya, you can go beyond them. Dukkham sarvam anusmritya kama bhoga nivartayet ajam sarvam anusmritya jatam naivatu pashyati. Dukkham sarvam anusmrutya, having understood that this entire world is nothing but bundle of sorrows. Dukkha yonayaha. He go beyond the kama, desires. Ajam sarvam anusmrutya, having understood everything is unborn. Jatam naivutu pashyati. Stop seeing the pluralistic, multiple world of imagination. Laye sambhodaya chittam. If the mind goes to stupor, wake it up. Vikshiptam shamayet punaha. If it is disturbed, bring it to quietude. Shakashayam vijaniyat. When the kashaya vasanas comes, be conscious of them. Sampraptam na chalayet. If the mind, you are in samadhi state, on your own, don't disturb it. Just be there. Don't enjoy, but be there. Na aswadayet sukham tatra nissangam pragnaya bhavet. Nischalam nischaritvam eki kuryat prayatnataha. Sukham, happiness in that state. Na aswadayet, don't enjoy, because that's also a mind. Nissangaha pragnaya bhavet. Through knowledge, through consciousness, become detached. Nischalam nischarit chittam eki kuryat prayatnata. If the mind is disturbed, consciously try to unify it. Yadana liyate chittam na vikshipyate punaha aningana manabhasam nispannam brahma tattada. What is that samadhi? He defines now. Yadana liyate chittam, where mind is not in stupa, na vikshipta, no agitation. Aninganam, doesn't tremble. Anabhasam, there are no appearances, no thoughts. Nispannam brahma tattada. That is the state of Brahman, the samadhi. Swastam shantam sanirvanam akhatyam sukhamuttamam. Ayam ajena gnena sarvagnam parichakshate. Swastham. Swastham. Swa means you. Swastham, discovering your own self. Shantam, peaceful. Sanirvanam, identical with liberation. Akhatyam, indescribable. Sukham, the peace that passeth all understanding. Happiness. Uttamam, the highest. Ajamajena gneyena, knowing the self by the self. It doesn't need another light. Sarvagnam parichakshate. And that state is declared to be that. Na kaschid, he is concluding this section. Na kaschid jayate jivaha. Sambhavo yasya na vidyati. Etad uttamam satyam yatra kinchin na jayati. Na kinchit jayate jivaha. The ego is never born. No jiva is ever born. Sambhavaha asya na vidyati. There is no cause which produces this jivahood. Etad uttamam satyam. This is the highest truth. Yatra kinchin na jayat, where nothing is born. So creation, birth are all imaginations of the mind. And since problems belong to the created world, creation, all belong to the mind and not real. How do you experience the real? That which sees this falsehood, imaginations, that which is conscious of the agitations, that is that consciousness. And now he has done, firstly, there was Agama Prakarana, where the 12 Upanishadic mantras were there. There Gaudapada also gave some karikas. Secondly, two aspects of this teaching. One is to say that anything is different from Brahman, Vaitatya Prakarana, is an illusion. You know, in the Vivarana, you say that the world is an illusion. But Gaudapada says, doesn't accept world is an illusion. That you think there is a world other than Brahman is an illusion. So that is Vaitatya Prakaranam. Next, Advaita Prakaranam. The truth is only one. So two aspects. To show that there is anything other than Brahman, Vaitatyam. To show Brahman alone is there, Advaitam, is done. Now it's over. The Upanishad is over. Now in the next, there are two things. One is taking the example, what I told you last time, the Udubati, scented stick, and shows you how by vibrating it, the single point appears to be different forms. Similarly, he says, consciousness in vibration is this world. That's one example. Then he now takes different schools of thought like Sankhya, Vaiseshika, Yoga, Mimamsakas, and proves that from all those standpoints, there is no, from all those standpoints also, we cannot accept creation. Why do we need technical things? It's up to now you said something, it's enough. Why now we have to go to technical things like Sankhya, Yoga, Mimamsa? Why Vaisheshika? Do we need that? You do need, because many a time you get doubts. If you listen to this and they are in you, when those doubts come, this will help you. And this will help you for contemplation. This will help you to hook on. And therefore, you need them too. So we shall start the Alata Shanti Prakarana. This is called Alata Shanti. Alata means Udubati. Shanti, where it becomes steady. Prakaranam. Here, there are two prayers. One prayer is common. It's not either Upanishad or Gaudapada. I think publishers put it. Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputram Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukham Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogendra Mathasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padmapadam cha Hasta Malakam cha Sishyam Tam Trotakam Vartika Karam Anyan Asmat Gurun Santatam Anatosmi. That is, this is a Guru Parampara prayer according to the Vaishnava or people who believe in Vishnu. For Shivas, there is another prayer. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So Guru Parampara, this is the Vaishnava Paddhati, that is Shaiva Paddhati. So that is general. Then there is one thing belonging to the Karika. Jnanena Akasha Kalpena Dharman Yo Gaganopaman Nyaya Bhinnena Sabuddhastam Vande Dvipadambaram. Here, there are a lot of contradictions. They say Karika, this Alata Shanti Prakarana is a separate text. It is not the original. Why? Because here there's a new prayer. The prayer introduced. So Gurudev says that that's not a big valid reason. There's another reason, he says, because Alata Shanti itself is a Buddhistic term. Several Buddhistic terms have been borrowed here. Therefore, they call Gaudapada, it's a conceited or a hidden Buddha teaching us. Not necessary. In the modern world, don't we use many biblical terms to quote? Just now I quoted today itself, peace that passeth all understanding. In our lectures, we say, forgive him, O Lord, he knows not what he does. These are all normal quotations from other religions. We say also, inshallah, God willing. Doesn't mean we have become Christians or Muslims or Buddhists. So therefore, that's not a valid reason also. And then he bows down to the very yoga. Asparsha yogo vai nama सर्व सत्व सुखोहितः अविवादः अविरुद्धश्च देहि देशितस्तं नमाम्यहम्. I bow down to that Asparsha Yoga. Avivada, beyond all disputes. Aviruddhascha, all contradictions. Sarvas Sattva Sukho Hitaha, which is the source of all happiness. Then he starts now taking the two main schools of thought. One is the Sankhyas, the other are Nyaya Vaiseshikas. The Sankhyas believe that the God is there in Prakriti and vibration, God comes out. Like pot is there in the mud. And through a process, pot comes out. Pot originally was not there in the mud. There was no pot in the mud. Due to vibrations, pot comes out. Similarly, Purusha comes out from Prakriti. This is called Arambhavada, Sankhyas. And the next is Vaisheshikas. Vaisheshikas the Sankhya say there is a pot, in vibration it comes out. That's called Satkaryavada. The Nyaya Vaisheshika says there is no pot there. Through a process, the pot is brought from there. Through a process, the pot is created from anus, various atoms. So according to the Sankhyans, it is Parinamavada. According to Nyaya Vaisheshika schools, it is Arambhavada. So, Arambha, creation, beginning of a creation. Parinama, modification. Both are denied. We will see more details in the next class. Do not worry about these technical terms. Next class, I will try to make them as simple as possible. As simple as possible. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.